Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Iridium Rock and Metal Review. So, today we've reached 2007 for the best songs of the year. Not a particularly good year, but, you know, the top song especially is one of my favourite songs ever recorded. So that's, that's a bonus. So, 2007, I've got only 5. There was a couple on the fringes, but I thought, they're not quite making it. Why put them in there? But obviously, as always, there's some songs on here you could fill this list up with them, but then I'd be talking about just that band and that wouldn't be cool. So we've only got 5, so you know what the score is. We're going to go from 5 to 1. Remember, they're all my favourite songs. So starting with number 5. Now, this is another band that I left behind, and that's the Scorpions, for quite a while. Now, I wasn't too happy with Crazy World. Didn't like that album when it came out. And from that point onwards, didn't really listen to much. I listened to, I think Face the Heat was next. I listened to a little bit of that, liked a couple of songs, and then that was it. But that was back then. So now what I've gone and got hold of all the stuff again, all the Scorpions stuff that I missed, because Scorpions are a great band. So this came after I did a review of one of their older songs the other day, Life's Like a River, I think it was. So then it made me think, you know what, let's listen to some of that Scorpion stuff that I haven't heard all through the 90s and 2000s, 2010s. So yeah, so I started listening to all the albums. So I got all the albums in my car, and I'm starting to think, you know what, some of this ain't too bad. I think there's one album that they done, and that was Eye to Eye, which I thought I just couldn't get along with it. It's been on coming in the car, and I've been like, oh my god, no, I don't like that album. They tried something different. Sometimes bands can do that and get away with it. Scorpions didn't. It completely went from what they were. I didn't like it. There was about 1 or 2 songs I like on that album. But the rest, you know what, ain't too bad at all. They ain't too bad. And like I say, some bands, even when you've got average songs from some of these bands, where they're one of the top bands, they're really good. They're really good, songs. So Scorpions brought out an album, Humanity Hour 1, which is a pretty good album in 2007. And I've chosen The Game of Life, which is a pretty good song. It's not a slow song or anything, but it's pretty it's a really good sort of rocking sort of song. Absolutely love it. I really like The Game of Life, and this is a good song in the middle of loads of catchy songs as well. Really good, really good. That's my number 5. So Scorpions, glad they're gonna make some come back into my list. Really good in the 80s, but not too bad now as well. So my number 4, Iced Earth, 10,000 Strong, off Framing Armageddon, Something Wicked Part 1. So, yeah, anyone who watches this channel know I love Iced Earth. This album it was a little bit of a disappointment after The Glorious Burden for me. It was a concept album that had loads and loads of songs on it, little snippets as well of songs. And I know some concept albums do that. A bit too much though on this. You would have like 2 or 3 little snippets, then you'd have one song, then a couple of little snippets. But there are some good songs in between all that, and 10,000 Strong is a great song. Didn't like the album nowhere near as much as Glorious Burden. And that was another band, because of this album coming out, I sort of left them alone a little bit, then went back to them at a later stage, and so glad I did. That's my number 4. My number 3, Primal Fear, Fight in the Darkness, from New Religion album. So the New Religion album took a bit of a different direction slightly for them, considering they were very stuck in their metal ways. They sort of mellowed out a bit. On a couple of songs, the guitar was a little bit down. The production sounded a little bit different. Probably not one of their best albums for me, but Fight in the Darkness, what a song. Real epic. The stuff I like them doing. Starts a little piano and that. Slow sort of song. Epic song. About 6 or 7 minutes long. This is what they do. This is what they do. Great, Primal Fear. That's my number 3. My number 2. So we're going to go to the Alan Londe project, which is Russell Allen and Jean Londe. Jean Londe obviously being one of my favourite singers, and Russell Allen's great as well. And they brought a brilliant ballad out on the Revenge album, which is the second album from these guys, called Master of Sorrow. Absolutely brilliant song. So much feeling in it. One of the best songs, not just from them, but definitely in that sort of, symphonic, melodic, heavy rock category. Brilliant song. Absolutely brilliant. Nearly made my number 1 if it weren't for this next song. Number 1, Alter Bridge, Blackbird, from the album Blackbird. You know what? This is a song that's, I think, in years to come, and even now, by a lot of people, it's looked at as a real classic song, and I think it will be. I think it'll grow stronger and stronger. This is a real, I don't think Alter Bridge, I'm not sure if they'll ever top this song. I mean, they've done some brilliant songs after, but the heaviness of it, it's a sad song. The lyrics are outstanding. The musicianship is outstanding. The guitar solo, which was voted, I think, in Guitar Magazine as the best guitar solo ever, by the way, by all the readers of that magazine. Beating all those guitar solos you've heard in the past. I mean, it's quite amazing, isn't it? But so they should be. Mark Tremonti and Miles Kennedy, amazing guitarists, especially Mark Tremonti. Absolutely amazing. So underrated. It's unbelievable, but a great song, probably nearing Alter Bridge's best song ever. I think I did vote for it as the best song ever by Alter Bridge. Yeah, I love it. Absolutely love Blackbird. Brilliant song. And that's my 2007 done. So hope you liked it. Did I miss anything you think I should have put on there? Just let me know. Tell me your top 5 and what you think it should be, or any that, do you agree with my picks? What do you think of my number 1? I know a few of you will be happy about that. Right, that's it. Thanks for listening. If you want to subscribe, please press the red button, bottom right hand corner. See you again.